Hello everyone. In this lecture we are going to discuss about the DFD labels. In the previous sessions we discussed about the DFD symbols, the symbols which we use in DFD, and also we discussed about the illegal processes. So today let's start with the DFD labels. So basically DFD labels are the normally we give them the number and which starts with the zeros. So normally DFD label starts with the 0, then we take it to the first level and then second, and if it is required then we also take our system to the third level or the beyond sometimes. So these labels are normally depends on the complexity of the system. So if your system is simple and very basic, then 0 level is compulsory, then first and then second. But if it is more complex, then we go to the third level and then sometimes fourth and fifth as well. And the necessary level of detail depends on the scope of what you are trying to accomplish. So we will discuss all these labels and what we can do in these labels in detail in the next slide. But right now you just need to understand that when you start drawing the DFD so very first you start with the 0 level, then first, then second, right? So let's see how to draw the different levels of the DFDs. Okay, so the very first level is the level 0. It is also called as a context level. So before discussing all these points, first let me show you that how to draw the context level. First I will show you the example and then I'll draw the example for you. So see, here we have one example. So this is the context level of the application. Just have a glance of the design of the diagram, that how does it look like. So context level is this type of a diagram. So basically how to draw that. So what you have to do, guys, very first, whatever the definition you have chosen, let's say that school management system, suppose it's your application, it's your definition, it's your project. So very first just draw the big circle which indicates the process or the system, right? So this is your school management system, right? And this is context level. Also you can write level 0 or context level also you can write. After drawing this, you need to draw the entities, right? You need to draw the entities. So I have a teacher, then I have a student, then admin, and let's say parents. So these are the 4 entities which can use this system. So after drawing the system process, then you need to draw the entities. So after the entities, let's draw the flows of the data, like what teacher can do. Okay, teacher can do login. Okay, so login. Here you need to write the process name, and when the teacher will enter the login credential, system will give the acknowledgement, right? I'm just writing a short form. Then what else teacher can do? Teacher can upload lecture, right? Upload lecture. Okay, what system will do? System will manage or will give the lecture details, right? So this way you can draw like what student can do. Okay, student can log in Okay, and system will give the acknowledgement. Student can view marks, right? Marks. So system will give the marks detail. So this way you need to draw the data flows, like which entity is associated with which process. That's it. So this is the idea of the context level. This is an idea that how to draw the context level. Now see this diagram, this example. So here you can see that the name of the project or the application, then you need to write the label number, that is 0.0. Also you can write label 0 or the context label. Here we have three entities: admin, user and the photographer, right? Three entities we have. Now see carefully that what admin can do. Admin will give the login detail to the system, and system will give the acknowledgement of login, right? The similar way, then admin can authenticate the photographer, and system will allow the admin to view the photographer documents, right? Similar way, like here we have a user. So what user can do? User can enter the registration detail, and system can give the confirmation of the registration. Like user can search for the photographer, and system can give the details of the photographer, right? Okay, what photographer can do? Okay, photographer can upload the calendar, right? And system can give the details of the calendar. So this is the way, like you need to mention each and every process. You need to mention each and every process associated with each entity, right? So always make sure that if you are inputting something to the system, always system will give you the output, right? This we have already studied in the illegal processes. So this is about the context label. So now let's see the points. So what is context label? So context label DFD is describe the whole system, right? From the context level only you can come to know that which entity can do what thing, or which process is associated with which entity. Then the zero layer DFD describe the all user module, right? All user module who operate the system. They like which entity is associated with which process. It's very basic form of DFD, right? It shows how this whole system works. From the context level you can come to know that how many processes are there, and which process or which entity can access which process, right? And mainly it displays the interactions. So basically from the context level you can come to know about the entities and the system, right? So this is about the context level DFD. Other levels we will discuss in the next lecture.